Hey everybody, so we've got a big update both to the publisher and to the RSS feed feature. So buckle up. This is a good one. All right, so first of all, we just recently went live with that new feature within the import tab where you can move your links to the first comment. We just added that both to the publisher and to the RSS feed, and you're about to get a walkthrough. So we're in the publisher now, and as you can see, we have a new feature right here, move link to first comment. So let's do something. I'm going to paste in a sample post and allow it to pull in the preview image. So this is what you would normally experience. Okay, it's just going to pull it in. Here's your link preview. Obviously, media is not attached because you just added a link. So normally it's going to attach the link to all of these different social networks. Now, if I select move link to end of first comment, what it just did was a couple things. So we attach media. That way you're not left with just this plain text, boring post. We left any media that was scraped in the link preview, and we attached it because now that we're no longer attaching the link to your post, we are attaching the image. So what happened was that image or that link just moved down to the first comment. So if I already had text in here, we're not going to overwrite your first comment. We are going to add it exactly where you told us to add it, either after or before the text that you've already written. And of course, you could still add text here, no problem, anywhere you want. But if you decide later it's time to put that link back, look over here. You've got network specific settings where I can say, you know what, for my Facebook post, I'm going to go ahead and deselect this. And now it's going to go back to attaching the link. Just understand that even though it's moved the link back into the message field, just know that if you change your mind, you should also deselect attach media. Now it's going to actually act like a attached link type post. And now your first comment is empty again, but you could just go ahead and just as easily add it right on back. And here it is. So you'd probably want to add some text here, some qualifying text to your first comment, but now you've got tons of flexibility. You could still get text in your first comment, and you can move the link to the first comment. And for those networks that some people believe are penalizing people for having links attached to their post, well, now you've got a way around that. So what I'm going to do now is show you the RSS feed enhancements. So if you go in and edit your existing RSS feed or create a new RSS feed automation, there's a few changes actually. So we did a couple things. You're used to having the append text to message. We've always done that. And what this does is like adds the at Reddit, for example, to the end of whatever message that we generate from the link title and description of your feed article. But we added something new. We actually added first comment to RSS feeds. Now, every single article that we pull into that RSS feed that we convert into a social post, we are going to create a first comment with this text in it. And what I can also do now is there's a new feature here, very similar to the one you just saw, allowing me to move that link anywhere I want it. So I can move the link to the beginning or the end of the first comment. And obviously it's referring to this text. So in effect, what it would be doing is saying, read the first article or read the article here in the first comment. And right after that, it's going to show you a link which will be tracked and shortened, and the destination will be the actual article URL. So now you've got all these dynamically created links which are not attached. I know that so many of you are saying LinkedIn heavily penalizes people who put that in the message. So you LinkedIn folks are going to be super happy about this. And you can select which social network you do this to. If you really want to have the link attached to your Facebook post, for example, you can do that. But, reverse that for LinkedIn, however you guys want. You've got tons of flexibility. And just before I started recording, I realized something. This is actually really convenient, and I'm kind of wondering why I didn't do this in the publisher. So I need some more feedback. The whole reason I'm doing this in the RSS feed and in the publisher was based on feedback from you guys after we added it to the import tool. So now I'm asking for even more feedback because I totally overlooked something, which was just a lob, total softball. So wouldn't it be great to have another field here called first comment? I'm looking over here on the right side and look at all these first comment fields. most of these first comments are probably going to be pretty similar. So I'm thinking it might be nice to have a big field, probably the full length, okay, right above this. That is just your first comment. That way you could type out your entire first comment and it will populate over here within the previews. That way you can just click over here and make any changes you want to make at the network level. So if you want to make it specific for each network, you can do that exactly the way we do it for messages. Because currently, when you start entering your message, look what happens on the right side. It just adds it to this field over here. So what it would do is you would have a first comment field, and it will just, as you're typing in, add it over here until you make an edit, and then we would no longer overwrite what changes you made. So please give me some feedback. I don't want to clutter your nice and simple publisher, but if this is going to save you guys a bunch of time, like if you're constantly going in here, writing first comments, copying it, and then like paste, 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 that's a lot of steps that can be avoided. So I'd love to hear your comments on this, because the huge trade-off here is we're getting rid of some of the simplicity over here, and we're adding a whole nother field to our precious publisher. So anxious to hear your feedback and just so happy to be pushing out so many features lately. This has just been probably as much fun for me as it is productive and useful for you. So any feedback you have, please let us know on our socials. And also, as always, bottom right, you can live chat us if you have any questions about how to use this feature. Have a great day.